CJ Peterson of cjpetersonwrites.com, and welcome to the Treehouse. Today's book we're going to be reading about Curious George Makes Pancakes. Have you ever done some cooking with your mom or dad? I'll bet it was fun. And did you know? Don't tell them I told you, but they're actually teaching you math while they teach you how to cook. Did you know that? Kind of mind-blowing, but cool. Now, before we get to our book, allow me to introduce you to our resident little guys. This is Chief. Chief was brought to us in September of 2019 when we adopted him. And he is our lovable little guy. He loves to cuddle. He loves to chill. He loves mostly laid back type stuff like reading and writing and taking pictures. And he most of all loves something we don't find a whole lot of in Texas, eucalyptus leaves. So if you happen to know of any places to find the lovely eucalyptus leaves for this little guy, please let us know because he would greatly appreciate it. And our ornery little bugger, friendly resident, Sarge. He is also a cuddly little guy. He loves to get himself in trouble. He also likes to sometimes get his big brother in trouble with him. We adopted Sarge in July of 2019, and we have had fun with the pair of them ever since. Together, they're inseparable, and they love to take adventures around the big wide world that we live in. And you can find those adventures on cjpetersonwrites.com under the tab Chief and Sarge. You'll see their real life adventures, and you're also going to see that we're working on a children's book series for them. So stay tuned for those if they're not out already. Today's book, Curious George Makes Pancakes. See what kind of trouble Curious George can get into this time. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. I don't know, are you always a good little monkey? He admits that he's not always a good little monkey, but he is curious. One morning, the man with the yellow hat woke George early. Time to get up, George, he said. The pancake breakfast is today. Do you guys like pancakes? We love pancakes. We actually prefer waffles, but we do like pancakes. George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser held every year to make money for special programs at the Children's Hospital. Oh, that's very cool. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came to play and eat, but first he gave a welcome speech. Thank you for coming, the mayor said. We appreciate your generous support. He thanked the volunteers who helped that day, and finally he said, please enjoy yourself. And the pancakes. You know, that's kind of the star of the show. When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, George, I'm going to go buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious. Do you guys think he was curious? Do you guys think he was curious? Hate to admit it, but I agree with these two. I'd say he was definitely curious. Could it be the pancakes? George. Oh, George waited like a good little monkey, but smelling something good. Could it be the pancakes? George was curious. I don't blame him. That smells good. I want to find out what it is too. He followed a delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. George watched as a man poured a little batter circles and flipped them in the air. That's cool. It looked like fun to make pancakes. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket of blueberries. The pancakes needed blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled some on top. Meanwhile, the man with the griddle was so busy he didn't notice the little monkey helping him, but the line grew and grew. George's pancakes were a hit. Soon everyone wanted them, and the man could not keep up. Please wait, he said to someone holding an empty plate. I need to find an assistant to help me. And just like that, he was gone. There's a huge line and he left. Wait a minute. He left with George with the griddle? I don't think that was a wise choice. They don't either. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why, he could make the pancakes. He could be the assistant. George poured the batter into nice round circles. Next, he added the blueberries. He waited a minute till the pancakes cooked, and then he flipped them over. At last, he added syrup. That's pretty much what you do right there. The line for the pancakes was enormous, but with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. I've been coming to this breakfast for years, said the man, but I've never seen pancakes made like this before. I've never eaten this many pancakes before, said a girl. I didn't even like pancakes before, said another girl. And they all lined up for more. When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked to see a monkey making pancakes. This is no place for a monkey, he yelled, and began to chase George. Oh no! George hadn't meant to cause trouble. He'd only wanted to help. Now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide. And the man and his assistant ran right by. But where did George go? Who can see George? Yep, he's right there. When it was safe to come out, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup like a pancake, and he was sticking to everything. George was curious. Could these napkins help him get clean? I don't necessarily know how much they helped. He kind of got really, really sticky. No, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was the perfect thing. George climbed up. Does anybody know what that is? They know what it is. And they're saying, George could find himself in trouble. This would do the trick for a sticky monkey. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with water, but all of a sudden, splash! George was in the water. What a surprise! George climbed up again and splashed back down. He'd never been in a duck tank before, and he never had so much fun getting clean. Soon everyone was having fun, and the line at the dunk tank grew even longer than the line for the pancakes. Later, the mayor came by. I've heard about your delicious pancakes, he said. You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask of you. Wonder what it is. What? They think they know what it is. You guys know what it is? Let's find out. At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. Wow, what an honor. Thanks to you, George. This has been our best year ever, she said. Will you come back and make pancakes for us next year? George nodded and everyone cheered. George saved the day. That was so cool. He did an awesome job. This one you could take notes on. Wanted to thank you again for joining us for the Treehouse and our reading. And this is Chief and Sarge, and I'm CJ Peterson of cjpetersonwrites.com. Until next time.